You already know what to do. You've read the books, you've watched the videos, you've taken the courses. So why aren't you where you want to be yet? Here's the truth that most high performers don't want to hear. Information doesn't change you. Transformation does. And that is what real coaching is about. So in this video, I'm going to break down why smart, driven people, they stay stuck, and how to break through to your next level without burning out. Now, before we get into it, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate your support. Now, this is where most high performers get stuck. It's what I call the knowledge trap. You keep searching for the next tactic, the next framework, the next strategy that's finally gonna fix everything, the next magic pill. And by the way, I used to be in this trap also. So I'm not pointing fingers. But the knowledge is not the problem, my friends. The problem is your state. That's right, your emotional state. When your nervous system is dysregulated, when you're overwhelmed, you're stressed out, you're burned out, your brain literally can't access the clarity or the creativity to execute what you already know. It's kind of like, you ever forget somebody's name or how to add 2 + 2, even though you know the answer? It's because you're in a stupid state. So it's really, again, starting from your energetic, emotional state. That's where the answers come from. It's not about getting more information. It's about integration. That's why the same person can take 2 people and you give them the same business strategies, and one will crush it while the other one stays stuck. Or you give two different people the same amount of money, be like, hey, here's $100,000, go invest it. One person's gonna blow it, the other one is gonna turn it into $1 million. Because execution isn't logical, it's emotional. Now, I'm gonna tell you about what I call the blind spot effect. The second reason people stay stuck is called the blind spot effect. You can't change what you can't see. Most of your behavior comes from your subconscious patterns, your beliefs, your fears, your emotional responses that were programmed and installed years ago. You think you're making logical decisions, but you're really running old emotional codes. That's why even smart, self-aware people repeat the same cycles. They procrastinate. They get caught in perfectionism. They're people pleasers. They burn out. They keep going in the same toxic relationship over and over and over. You can't self-coach what you can't consciously perceive. That's where a great coach comes in, not to tell you what to do, but to help you see yourself clearly, to point out the subtle patterns in your language, your physiology, your decision-making, the stuff that's invisible to you because you're inside the system. One of my favorite quotes is, you can't read the ingredients from inside the bottle. You got to get outside the bottle if you want to read the ingredients. Now, the third reason smart people stay stuck is the accountability gap. It's one thing to know you should perform. It's another when someone is watching your performance, mindset, and energy every day. Accountability creates presence. It turns intention into action. You show up differently when you know you're being observed and tracked and supported and challenged by someone who won't let you play small. That's why elite athletes all have coaches, even after they've mastered their craft. The best athletes, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, they all have coaches, Phil Jackson, right? They don't need motivation, they need precision, they need feedback, they need reflection. And that's what high-level coaching provides. Now, what does real transformation look like? I'm going to explain to you the transformation process. It happens in 4 stages. Number 1 is awareness. You identify the pattern or emotional block that's holding you back. First, you have to become aware. Number 2, repatterning. You rewire your nervous system's automatic response through new behaviors, through new states, and your focus. The third step is integration. You embody it through repetition until it becomes natural. This is where, again, repetition is the mother of skill. You build the neurofeedback loop in your mind and your nervous system. And number 5, and by the way, with number 3, it's like the myelin effect. When you might have heard me talk about myelin before, like in your muscles, in your body muscles, also in your brain, there's myelin. And the more you wire a pattern, the more it gets stronger and stronger, like a muscle in your body. Now, the 4th is acceleration. This is where you scale it. You expand your capacity emotionally, financially, and creatively. Now, this is the process that I guide my clients through every single time we work together. It's not theoretical, it's experiential. Because transformation doesn't happen in your head. It happens through consistent embodied action. This is why it's not, when you just sit down and you talk to somebody, nothing happens. You transform through your physiology, through rewiring your mental nerves and your physical nervous system. It happens through consistent repetition. And the right coach helps you accelerate every part of that process by keeping you in the optimal state for execution. Keeps you calm, keeps you focused and emotionally grounded. So if you're done collecting information and you're ready to actually transform, this is your sign if you're watching this video right now. If you're tired of knowing what to do but still not doing it, if you're ready to finally break through your patterns and master your emotional state and go to the next level, let's talk. Tony Robbins would always say to us, he says, I don't care if you know it, I care if you do it. And I tell my clients this all the time too. And my coach tells me this all the time too. So I've got a few private coaching spots open right now. If you are interested in working with me one-on-one, we can jump on a call. All you got to do is click the link below to book a call. And we're going to talk about where you're stuck, what's really driving it, really what's really getting in the way, your blind spot. If you knew what was getting in the way, you wouldn't be stuck, which is funny and true. And myself too, which is why I have a coach, right? My coach points out my blind spots, gives me a kick in the butt, holds me accountable, keeps me moving forward. And we're also going to map out a process to help you scale your performance without sacrificing your peace. We're not going to burn you out. That's what other people do. They burn themselves out. My clients, before they come to me, they're burned out. They're overwhelmed. They're just like have one gear. They don't spend time with their partner, their wife, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their husband, right? They don't take care of their body. Because information is cheap, my friends, but transformation changes everything. So again, if you want to talk about coaching, click the link down below and we can jump on a call, and I look forward to learning more about how I can serve you. I'll see you in the next video.